Let's review how to find sums on a real number line model. So this is a real number line model, and we're going to find sums. What does sum mean? A sum means when we take numbers and we add them all together. So we're going to find the sum of the integers that are represented in the diagram below. In the diagram, we see three arrows, 5, -2, and 3. And we're going to find the sum. That means we're going to add them together. 5, -2, and 3. As you can see, the first arrow started on 0. The next arrow started where we landed last at 5 and went to 3. The next arrow went to 6. So 5 plus -2 plus 3 equals 6. If we were playing the integer game, the 3 cards represented here would be the 3 numbers, 5, -2, and 3. And we added them together to make 6. The reason I know this is that all of the numbers are there, 5, -2, and 3. And the arrows show how long they are. Then the question asks, in what way does this model differ from the ones we used in lesson 1? So in lesson 1, we were drawing some curved arrows. We were sometimes maybe doing all our little hops. Now we just have straight arrows. We have one movement with one arrow rather than counting individually or using curved arrows. Now we are showing the whole movement with one straight arrow. It's still the same, but now we see one arrow so that when we start adding more numbers, it isn't confusing with all the curving happening on top of each other. Can you make a connection between the sum of 6, which is what we just found, sum of 6, and where the third arrow ends on the number line? Where does the third arrow end? 1, 2, 3, it ends at 6. Yes, we can make a connection. The third arrow lands at 6. The final position represents the sum. The sum of 5 and -2 and 3 is 6. Would the sum change if we change the order in which we add the numbers? For example, -2 plus 3 plus 5. Let's go look. If I were to do -2 plus 3 plus 5 on my number line, we always start at 0. -2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 1, 2, 3 plus 5 Start at the same place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, let me count right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I land at 6. So would the sum change? It used to be 6 and now it's also 6. So no, it would not change. The sum is still 6 because addition is commutative. Commutative is another vocab word we're going to be using, which means that you can move them around and they still add up to be the same thing. Would the diagram change? If so, how? Yes, it did. We showed how when we drew it, you started -2, then went 3, then went 5. So this pink is a different diagram than what we had before, but it still lands at 6. Yes, it would change. Sorry, just trying to make sure the wording is right. Yes, the arrows would be in different places because of the different order of the numbers. But we still start at 0 because we always start at 0, and end at 6 because these all sum to 6. Get that written down.